Well, it was a busy week in politics. 4 days of the Republican National Convention, wrapping up last night with President Trump accepting the party's nomination once again. And joining us this morning, host Brooke Thomas from Fox Soul. Good morning.
Good morning.
So both conventions, they've wrapped up. We're going to talk about both of them with you, but let's start with the RNC. Tell us some of your main takeaways from the night.
I think, as the total in all, everything was so unconventional, right? These were unconventional conventions. Thanks to the pandemic that we're all trying our hardest to live through, these were unconventional. At the RNC last night, Donald Trump held his final speech at the White House, which is something we've never seen before. It was a political speech at the White House. We don't see that. Also in front of about 1,500, an estimated 1,500 to 2,000 people. And there weren't very many COVID-19 mitigation practices at bay there. There were no mask mandates. Reporters were saying there was no testing. There was also no social distancing. But it was a big event and something that we've never seen before.
Yeah, a big event that ended with fireworks, and several notable speakers also were there speaking on the president's behalf, including the president's deputy assistant. What was so special about what he had to say?
Are we talking about Duron Smith?
Yes.
He is the, highest ranking Black official in the White House. And so I think for the RNC, it was important for them, as you saw throughout the week, it was important for them to push Black supporters out. They wanted Black supporters out to make the case that, in their opinion, Donald Trump is not racist. He's not prejudiced. You don't know this man like I do. That was the message that repeatedly they were trying to get across.
Were there any other speakers that spoke out on his behalf that struck a chord with you?
I think for a lot of people, if you take a look at Twitter, a lot of people were talking about his daughter. Donald Trump himself was talking about his daughter. He specifically said, Ivanka's here with the rest of my children. That was an important speech for a lot of Trump supporters, for Donald Trump himself.
And of course, last week, the Democrats took center stage. What are your takeaways on last week?
So my takeaway is just taking a look at how people online, right, what they're thinking about it, how they took that in. There were a lot of things that made a lot of people happy, and then there were a lot of complaints. The Democrats focused on more of a big tent strategy, right, this idea that they want to reach out to undecided voters. There were a lot of Republicans actually at the DNC speaking out, trying to bring more Republicans in to Team Biden. The complaints were that there wasn't a big enough focus on the base that's already there. So the biggest takeaway was just how much of this was opening the doors to everyone in hopes of getting more people on Team Biden.
Well, it sounds like either way, whatever people's opinions are of both of the events, it sounds like people are weighing in and the conversation continues. Brooke, thank you so much for spending some of your time with us this morning. And remember, you can stream Fox Soul on iPhones, Androids, Apple TV, or Fire TV. 9:39 is the time. Stay with us. More Good Day coming up after the break.